Shauna, you want to give anything comment on it? Oh, you want to do the pledge? Sorry. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for bearing with me and having another special meeting today. I am here to discuss the BRIC grant, which is as Chairman just discussed, the Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities grant. I have been working on this project with Mr. Josephson, the Planning Director. And what we want to do here is we would like to look at a Stark County comprehensive plan. The last comprehensive plan was done in 2010. It is quite minimal of a plan. It doesn't really show a roadmap for the future. And we feel like there's quite a lot of things that we could get done with the project. I did send out a list of scope tasks that we have looked at together and with another planning services department that we feel would be beneficial to the county. I'll just go over some of those areas. I know that you've probably read them, but just for public knowledge. We would do a county profile. We would have public engagement. We would go over economic development for Stark County. We would include emergency management, public infrastructure and facilities, housing, floodplain management, natural resources, cultural resources, recreational resources, land use, transportation, and then we would have more public engagement after that and a plan refinement and adoption. So at this point, what I would need, if you would like us to move forward with this grant, is a letter of commitment. The grant is a 75%, 25% match. So I would need a letter of commitment from the county willing to pay the 25% match. We, of course, are going to be trying to use in-kind contributions and cash contributions that we can find. This project will take well over 2 years, I'm guessing. 1 year, maybe 14 months roughly. So there's time frame that we have to work on money for the match, but right now that's what we're looking at. It came in when we went over the scopes about $134,000 for the entire plan. So we will have to go out for bid for proposals.
That number you just put out there, are you referring to portion of the match or?
No, that's the full plan. So
Oh.
our match portion would be 35,000, 33,000, right around in there, depending on. And
So-
we'll have,
And as Shauna said, that doesn't necessarily need to be cash,
No.
that can be in-kind services, which is pretty broad.
yeah, so any meetings that we attend, any time that we work on mileage to those meetings by any of you, by planning and zoning, any of those individuals that are part of this, there'll be a lot of stakeholders involved where we'll need your engagement from throughout the community, so we can count all of that. So.
Okay. Where did you find this grant or what?
It is through my department, so it's Department of Emergency Services, and it's also through FEMA, so I found it that way.
Okay.
I was trying to find something, we've never utilized the grant that I know in my department, and I did check with the state to verify that, and I just didn't want those dollars to go unused, so I contacted Mr. Josephson, see if we could find a way to use that dollar.
And just to tell you, I'm glad Ms. Davenport called me about that because I've been searching for money for years. A lot of the grant programs that had funded community comprehensive plans, it's just dried up. A lot of the stuff the current plan came through Roosevelt Custer, and apparently they had money for those kinds of projects, and it's just not there anymore. So when Ms. Davenport called me up and said, yes, this will cover community and comprehensive plans, it was like, well, let's give it a shot and see if we can get this, because the plan we have now is from 2010. There's been a 2020 census, so the profile, I think we've all seen it, the profile of the county has changed. And it's time for an update to better guide, to help the commission make decisions, decisions on growth for the future.
So is the likelihood of getting the grant pretty high, I'm assuming?
Yes, I've been in contact with the state. They're fairly confident. The state of North Dakota has been allocated $1 million for any brick. And as far as I know, at one point he said there were only 4 coming in. There may have been more since then, but he is aware of our project. He's waiting for it. And he wants everything to be funded, so I feel like the likelihood is high.
Good, thank you.
I think the thing from what Ms. Davenport told me really helped was getting that inter-hazard
Yeah,
plan done. Apparently, the state is very impressed
yeah.
with the work that was done on this.
Yeah, so to comment on that, many of you know, we had our multi-hazard mitigation plan that was adopted by the commission in 2019. And so the integration of that with this comprehensive plan will give us a full view of how we can work towards using this department, economic development, building codes, and all of those things together will put us more resilient towards the future with the hazards that we have in this community.
Because that comprehensive plan was at 2007, and then you updated it in 2019, right?
Oh, you mean the hazard
Hazard
mitigation?
plan,
Yeah,
okay,
it's a 5-year plan, so it's like every 5 years we have to do a
okay.
multi-hazard mitigation.
Any other questions or comments?
Well, I appreciate you looking for this grant, and, I mean, this is going to help Stark County. I mean, you showed me what we have now. It's a little or nothing. So,
Is that a motion?
no, it was a thank you.
I thought you'd incorporate the thank you into a motion to,
So with that, I will make a motion that, what do we just need to
Local matching funds at 25% we're looking for.
authorize the local match of 25% to update this.
That would require a letter from the chair.
And this is called the what? I'm sorry?
It's the Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities Grant.
Okay, a motion for that, Lana,
I can help you with that.
Get
that we would cover the 25% or look for other cash donations or monies. And give them a letter of commitment.
I have the letter prepared for the chairman to sign if you were all willing today.
could I ask? To
So noted.
Okay.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? I'll second. I have a second. Any other discussion? Roll call vote. Commissioner Arthod?
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh? Commissioner Zander? Commissioner Messer?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries.
Thank
you.
you
all
very
so
much.
Yeah, thank you for
Again.
finding this grant. That's appreciated.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Anything else? If not, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those